There is a moment, hidden between the breaths of hesitation and the sighs of regret, where your future self is screaming at you to wake up. It is a quiet but violent truth. The life you want is not coming to you. It is not floating toward you on the tides of time, carried by the winds of luck. No. It is waiting for you to reach out and seize it. You have been conditioned to wait. To believe that success is a distant shore you must patiently sail toward. That wealth is a reward for those who endure suffering long enough. That greatness is reserved for the chosen few. But what if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the life of abundance you crave is a single, seismic shift in your mind? This is not about positive thinking. This is not about reciting affirmations in the mirror and hoping the universe will hand you a miracle. This is about becoming the kind of person who attracts success effortlessly because your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are already aligned with the reality you wish to create. The millionaire mindset is not about money. It is about identity. It is about recognizing that you are not separate from the success you seek. You are the architect of it. Think of the greatest achievers in history. The visionaries, the empire builders, the relentless creators. Did they wait for permission? Did they wait for the right time? No. They understood a fundamental law of existence. Action precedes clarity. You do not need to have all the answers before you begin. You do not need to see the entire staircase before taking the first step. You only need to trust in your ability to figure it out as you go. But here's the painful truth. Most people never start. They are trapped in the paralysis of preparation, the illusion of someday. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity, the perfect mentor. And while they wait, life passes them by. The world does not reward those who hesitate. It rewards those who decide. So ask yourself, what am I waiting for? Is it fear? The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of realizing you are capable of more than you ever imagined? Or is it disbelief, the quiet, gnawing doubt that whispers, "This isn't for you"? Let me tell you something you already know but may not have fully accepted. You were not born to play small. You were not born to trade your dreams for comfort, to sacrifice your potential for the illusion of security. The millionaire mindset begins the moment you stop asking, "Can I?" and start declaring, "I will." This is your awakening. The moment you realize that waiting is not patience, it is self-sabotage. The moment you understand that the universe does not respond to wishes, it responds to conviction. The moment you stop begging for scraps of opportunity and start commanding your destiny. The shift starts now. The millionaire mindset is not some mystical secret whispered in elite circles. It is not a genetic trait reserved for the lucky few. It is a deliberate construction, a fortress built on unbreakable pillars. And like any great structure, if the foundation is weak, the entire empire crumbles. So let's lay the foundation. You will never outperform your self-image. Your bank account, your career, your relationships, they are all reflections of what you truly believe you deserve. Not what you say you deserve, not what you hope for, but what you know in your bones is possible for you. Most people are waiting for proof before they believe. They say, "Show me the money, then I'll act like a millionaire." But the truth is the opposite. You must act like a millionaire before the money comes. This is not delusion. This is the law of correspondence. Your outer world mirrors your inner reality. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, the universe will keep handing you struggle. If you see yourself as someone who wins, the universe will rearrange itself to make it so. The moment you decide, truly decide, that you are meant for abundance, doors you never noticed will begin to open. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Vague desires create vague results. I want to be rich is not a goal. It is a daydream. The millionaire mindset demands razor-sharp clarity. How much? By when? Doing what? Clarity is the difference between wandering in a desert and marching toward an oasis. Without it, you will expend energy but go nowhere. With it, every action becomes purposeful. Every no becomes a step closer to the right yes. So ask yourself, what does my ideal life look like? Not in fuzzy fantasies, but in tangible, measurable terms. How much money do you want to earn? What kind of impact do you want to make? What does your daily routine look like when you're living at your highest level? The more specific you are, the more the universe can conspire to bring it to you. Here's where most people fail. They want the mansion but not the grind. They want the freedom but not the responsibility. They want the success but not the sacrifices. Discipline is not punishment. It is power. It is the daily choice to show up when you don't feel like it, to keep going when the world ignores you, to stay focused when distractions scream for your attention. The millionaire mindset understands this. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is forever. You will not always feel like doing the work. Do it anyway. You will not always see progress immediately. Keep going anyway. You will not always get applause. Build anyway. Because discipline is the currency of mastery. And mastery is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Analysis paralysis is the graveyard of dreams. The more you overthink, the more you delay, the more life passes you by. The millionaire mindset does not wait for perfect conditions. It creates them. It understands that action is the only way to turn fear into fuel, turn ideas into income, turn vision into reality. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start. The path to success is never a straight line. It is a series of corrections, adjustments, and reinventions. The millionaire mindset does not see failure as defeat. It sees it as data. Every setback is feedback. Every obstacle is a lesson. Every no is a redirection to a better yes. The question is not, will challenges come? The question is, how will I respond? This is the engine of the millionaire mindset. Not luck. Not chance. Not fate. There is a reason ancient wisdom was passed down through parables, myths, and metaphors. Because truth wrapped in story bypasses the skeptical mind and speaks directly to the soul. So let me tell you a story. The parable of the two seeds. Two seeds lay side by side in the same fertile soil. The first seed trembled at the thought of breaking open. What if I'm not strong enough? What if the world crushes me? It stayed buried, safe in its shell, until it eventually rotted away. The second seed embraced the discomfort. It allowed itself to crack, to push through the darkness, to reach blindly for the sun. The journey was brutal. Storms tried to uproot it. Weeds choked its space. Droughts tested its will. But with each challenge, its roots grew deeper. Years later, The second seed was no longer just a seed. It was a towering oak, unshakable in the wind, providing shade for generations. The lesson: your greatest growth begins the moment you allow yourself to break open. The millionaire mindset is not about avoiding struggle. It's about using struggle as fuel. Every rejection, every failure, every moment of uncertainty is not a sign to quit. It's the universe asking, how badly do you want this? The tale of the fisherman and the billionaire. A billionaire stood on a dock, watching a fisherman lazily reel in his catch. "Why don't you expand?" the billionaire asked. "Buy more boats, hire crews, dominate the market." The fisherman smiled. "And then what?" "Then you'd make millions." "And then what?" "Then you could retire, relax on a beach, and enjoy life." The fisherman stretched in the sun. "And what do you think I'm doing right now?" The twist: both men were right, but only one was free. The billionaire was trapped in the illusion that wealth was the destination. The fisherman knew wealth was only valuable if it served your deepest truth. The millionaire mindset isn't about chasing money. It's about designing a life where money flows because you're living in alignment. The legend of the sword in the stone. For years, knights tried to pull the sword from the stone. The strongest warriors strained, yanked, and failed. Then came a scrawny boy named Arthur, who drew the blade effortlessly. Why? Because the sword wasn't waiting for strength. It was waiting for worthiness. The revelation: abundance doesn't respond to force. It responds to identity. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you are. If you secretly feel undeserving, no amount of hustle will fill that void. But when you stand in the unshakable, knowing that wealth is your birthright, the universe has no choice but to obey. The mirror and the maze. A man spent years lost in a maze, searching for the secret to success. He studied maps, followed gurus, and mimicked others' paths, only to hit dead end after dead end. Exhausted, he collapsed before a dusty mirror at a crossroads. As he wiped the grime away, he realized the truth. The maze wasn't outside of him. It was within. The exit wasn't a matter of steps. It was a shift in perception. The awakening. You're not lost. You're just looking for answers in the wrong direction. The millionaire mindset begins when you stop seeking external validation and start trusting your inner compass. The Phoenix Principle. Every myth of rebirth follows the same pattern: destruction before renewal. The phoenix doesn't evade the flames. It rises from them. Your journey is no different. The version of you that settles, doubts, and plays small must burn away to make room for the person who demands more. Your choice. You can fear the fire, or you can let it forge you into something unstoppable. These stories aren't just tales. They're mental blueprints, each one rewiring your subconscious to recognize. Growth requires surrender, the seed. Wealth is freedom, not accumulation, the fisherman. You must be before you can have, the sword. The real battle is within, the mirror. Destruction precedes creation, the phoenix. The greatest epiphany is worthless if it stays trapped in your mind. Vision without execution is hallucination. This is where the rubber meets the road, where philosophy becomes practice, where you stop admiring the concept of wealth and start engineering it into your daily life. Every morning, you stand at a crossroads. Option 1. Reach for your phone. Drown in notifications. Let the world dictate your mental state. Option 2. Seize the first hour. Like a warrior claiming ground. The millionaire mindset is built in those sacred morning moments. 5 minutes of primal movement. Not exercise. Shake out the sleep. Roar if you must. 10 minutes of handwritten gratitude. Name specific money that's already yours. 15 minutes of visualization, not daydreaming. Physically feel the weight of your future wealth. 30 minutes of skill sharpening. Study what moves the needle today. This isn't a routine. This is casting a spell on reality before the world wakes up. Number 1. The 1% rule. Every interaction must move you 1% closer to your financial vision. That email? That call? That random conversation? Hijack it. Who do you know that? What's the biggest opportunity you're seeing? How can we create value together? Number 2. The 5-second law. When opportunity knocks, you have 5 seconds to act before your brain sabotages you. See a potential client. Approach in 5 seconds. Think of a lucrative idea. Send the email in 5 seconds. The magic is in the immediate impulse, before doubt gets voting rights. Number 3. The 10x filter. Before taking any action, ask, does this have 10x potential? A job that caps your income? Not 10x. A skill that compounds over decades? 10x. A relationship that elevates your thinking? 10x. Your brain is a money-making machine. Stop feeding it trash. Consume. Biographies of people who started with less than you. Raw financial statements. Train your eyes to speak money. Environments where you're the dumbest person in the room. Purge. Broke talk. Even as jokes, language shapes reality. News that doesn't help you build. Time vampires disguised as friends. Most wealth plans fail because they ignore the hidden costs. The 2 hours daily scrolling? That's $287,000 per year at your future billable rate. The harmless pessimist in your circle? That's a 34% drop in your probable success. Harvard study. The unresolved childhood money trauma? That's your subconscious capping your earnings. Audit these leaks mercilessly. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for a rocket to push itself off the launch pad. The truth? Action creates motivation. Don't feel like prospecting? Do one call. Energy follows motion. Can't get inspired to create? Ship 100 bad words. Genius emerges from quantity. Too tired to strategize? Review one revenue stream. Clarity comes from engagement. Poor people trade time for money. The wealthy make time buy assets. Your new litmus test for any activity. Is this directly generating or liberating capital? If not, automate, delegate, or eliminate. The invisible handshake. Every dollar is a vote from the universe saying, I trust you with more. Prove yourself worthy. Tip outrageously when blessed. Pay collaborators before they ask. Celebrate every income milestone before it arrives. Money flows where it's respected, not hoarded. This is where philosophy becomes physics. Where thinking rich transforms into being rich. The bridge isn't crossed in one heroic leap. It's built brick by brick through ritualized excellence. Close your eyes. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, wind roaring in your ears. Behind you, the familiar, the safe, the life you've known. Ahead, only sky. This is your leap. Not into emptiness, but into yourself. The version of you that already exists in the quantum field. Unshackled, abundant, powerful beyond measure. The millionaire mindset isn't about bank accounts. It's about becoming the gravitational force that pulls wealth toward you. You've been looking for a formula, a secret, a shortcut. But here's the raw, unfiltered truth. You were never broken. You needed no fixing. The power was always in your hands. Every doubt was just fear in disguise. Every failure was data. Every no was divine redirection. The universe has been waiting for you to claim what's yours. Not ask. Not hope. Claim. Tonight, at midnight, stand naked before a mirror. Vulnerability is power. Place one hand on your heart, one on your stomach, the twin engines of will and intuition. Speak this aloud. I am no longer available for scarcity. I reject inherited limitations. From this moment forward, I conduct myself as the wealthiest version of me. Not when the money comes, but now. Because money is not the goal. It is the echo, the proof, the natural result of who I have become. The world will test your resolve within 72 hours. A bill will surprise you. A critic will emerge. An old fear will whisper. This is not sabotage, it's initiation. The universe asking, do you really mean it? Your response? Laugh. And keep building. Wealth is not a destination. It is a frequency. Tune your mind to it, and the material world must conform. You are no longer a beggar at the banquet of life. You are the host, the architect, the living proof that miracles are just physics waiting to be claimed. The training is complete. The tools are in your hands. Now, go make your gods jealous.